everyone, my name is Lisa and you're watching the Wonder of Ivy YouTube channel. I'm back with another makeup inspired by anime review video. I'm still working on the title. I don't know what it's called, a cute kind of title for it. So if you have any suggestions, please feel free to comment them below. Today I'm going to be reviewing the anime BEASTARS. Now, before I get started, I'm gonna do my review a lot different than my last review of Inspector. And that is because while that was a lot of fun to make, it also took forever. It was a long video, took forever to edit. And while I can talk a lot, I definitely want to condense my review and make it a little bit less structured and more, real to real life. Now, I'm going to be doing my makeup, but I'm going to skip showing the foundation and stuff. So I'm going to do that off camera. I'm going to come back with foundation and eyebrows and have that ready. And then I'm going to get into this video. So let me go ahead and get started and then I'll be back. So obviously I look very different. I'm in a completely different setting from where I was yesterday. And that is because as I finished recording my BEASTARS video, I went to put the footage on my computer. I realized that the intro clip where after I put on my foundation, where I'm talking about how I got into BEASTARS, why I started watching it, my initial review, that footage messed up. And honestly, it'd be kind of hard to recreate what I had said because I am very passionate. I talk straight off the heart. So rather than re-record that, I'm just going to put like a little text information, just how I kind of got into it. Not a lot because you're going to have to read it. And then we'll go right into the review. The good news is that the rest of the video is me talking about the characters and the plot and how I feel about that. So I think it still is a really good video and I still think it makes sense to release it and put it out like that. And I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. While I was taking a break, I took a blending brush and kind of just sweeped the color a little bit more. Now I'm going to move into doing an eye look because I'm not just going through this red. In the picture, my reference picture, Juno has this white and then she has like jewels glued onto her face. I don't have jewels, so we're gonna make it work. I kind of took a Q-tip and wiped this down a little bit so I can put concealer and try my best. With BEASTARS, I already explained the first 2 episodes being wild, and that kind of was really cemented to me, like, I need to keep watching this because this is so unpredictable. Now, I'm not going to run into the give you a whole run through of the characters like I did with my previous, I have done with my previous reviews, again, for the sake of time. But I will talk about, I guess, the 3 mains, Haru, Legacy, and Lewis. And I'm going to start with Haru. So Haru, immediately in the first episode, you see her being bullied because she allegedly slept with someone's boyfriend. And when I saw that scene, I kind of was just like, damn, y'all such a hater. Like, you're just hating on this girl. You don't even know if it's this true. Turns out it is true. Turns out Haru is very sexually active. As the show progresses, it is definitely something that is explained as to why to her it's kind of like the only time she's seen as an equal. And it was so badass to see. It's so funny because oftentimes characters like that are used as like this device in a lot of shows. You kind of see that in a lot of animes where they'll have this main beautiful character and she is like the nice guy falls for her and she treats him like crap, or she's nice to him but really she likes somebody who's emotionally unavailable. So that's one of those tropes that I was talking about because Legoshi is so nice and like kind of like a noob when it comes to feelings and liking people. He's a virgin, all that stuff. And Haru's has sex. She's had sex with mad people, which I love. I love. And she likes Lewis, who I guess they're having an affair because he's engaged. And he's very, I guess, emotionally unavailable or unavailable in some certain type of way. So that's a very trope. Now, in a lot of mainstream or other series where you see this, there ends up being another girl in the background that the main character chooses when they realize like, okay, it's not gonna work out with this main character that I have in my mind. Sometimes that happens, sometimes they do end up together. However, in this certain scenario, Legacy does get the girl kind of right now. Back to Haru, you see her just doing her and not giving a fuck. She's very solitary. She's very by herself. She explains, you know, due to her size, like a lot of people pitied her. And she also, I feel like she doesn't go into this, but you see that other people are jealous of her because she's very small. She's very cute. She's all white dwarf bunny. And she got haters. The girl's got haters and she doesn't care. And she does very well for herself. Like when she's being bullied, I love that she doesn't give a fuck. Like she's going to say what she wants to say. She has smart ass like comebacks to like that Harlequin bunny that was coming at her. So I really appreciated that about Haru. And I liked that she was just herself, whether she was with Legacy, whether she was with Lewis, like she does what she needs to do. You don't really see that change up. Whoever that she's with, she's herself. She's funny, she's smart, she's witty. I really appreciated that about her. We have Legacy, who is very sweet, very innocent. He doesn't know much about life because he's this 17-year-old wolf who really don't got no experience. He's been trying to play himself down to not be this scary carnivore that wolves are supposed to be. So he's, you know, been playing it safe. Legacy's the sweet boy. He's very innocent. And he starts falling for Haru. And that first encounter where Haru's getting naked for him and he's like, girl, stop. He puts a blanket because he's so confused because he doesn't really have any experience. And later on, I believe it's episode 9 or 10, where he kind of was like, girl, like, you didn't have to do all that. And I loved how Haru was like, nah, like, you're not going to come. You're not going to say these type of things, like, kind of being judgmental, like, that I don't value myself. Because you don't know me. You don't know that about me to say whether I value myself or not based on that action, which I absolutely love because you have these Drake type of men that are like, take a cover up, sweetie, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, nah, like, just because a woman's sexual, just because a woman's promiscuous, doesn't mean that they don't respect themselves or they don't value themselves. Men can have sex willy-nilly and they value themselves, but women do and they don't value themselves. That's a con. That's fraud. That's fraudulent right there. And Legacy, I think the more he hangs out with Haru, he's realizing that he has to go with the flow more. Like, he does like her, he does care about her, but he also has to loosen up and kind of decide, like, where you're gonna be. Like, she kind of tells him, like, you either gonna be sensitive or you're gonna have a tough skin, but you can't have both. What you think? You can have both, but he still has to make those decisions for himself on what he wants to do. I guess, like I said with Legacy, I loved him. I thought he was like a sweet wolf, and I love how he spends the whole season coming into himself. What does he want? You know, figuring it out. The one part that was annoying is that he has a lot of like internal monologue while other dialogue is happening. And as someone who's watching the sub version with the subtitles, and I'm just like, okay, like, Legacy, calm down. And his mind is racing a mile a minute, and he's having all these thoughts, and anytime he's with Haru, he's having like 2-3 thoughts at the same time, plus the conversation that's going on. So that, I feel like it's true to somebody who does like somebody. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't know what the hell is happening. So I thought that was pretty cool. But Legacy was just such a sweetheart, and he's just such a good boy. He is a good wolf, and I love his redemption coming in. Yeah, that was Legacy. I thought he was good. He was a good character to root for. And I was rooting for him the whole time. I was rooting for him and Haru. Even though at first when Juno first popped in the scene, I was like, oh, maybe. And then I was like, no, Juno, you're doing way too much, Juno. But Legacy coming into him, I thought his character development, it was so good. It was so good. And I'm so proud of him for coming onto this other side toward, the last 2 episodes where he goes into the lion's den and fucks shit up and giving into his instinct. And then, when Haru's like, we're not gonna work, you're a wolf, I'm a bunny, and he's telling her, like, we could make this work, we could figure this out. Absolutely Love, love, love that. Now I'm going to get into Louis, who I spent, Louis, whoever, I spent most of the season, like, couldn't put my finger on him. I couldn't figure him out. Didn't know whether I liked him. Didn't know whether I hated him. Then I didn't like him. Then they're gonna put this bad, sad sob story on. But this is one of those characters where when people are doing the real life comparisons, this is one of those characters where you're like, oh, okay, so this is who they're using as an example when they're saying what the real life thing is, because he is slated to be this B-star, which is like the king, top dog, whoever in the universe, like, you know, the role model. He's already somebody who's very popular. He's this beautiful red deer, and I think he's red deer. And he, you know, has all these fangirls. He's the star role in the drama club, and he has so much like prestige around him. And then he kind of takes an interest in Legacy, but he kind of like bullies Legacy in a way. Like, he's like coming at Legacy like, you piss me off, like, you have all this strength, but you're pretending to be weak and soft, and basically saying like, you have this luxury where you're trying to pretend to hide your true nature. Like, I'm always supposed to be this soft person, and yet you're doing it by choice, and this is my nature. So I thought that was so interesting. And as the show progressed, and he's having this affair with Haru, and I was like, no, girl, Louis too. Like, damn, girl, you couldn't just pick one. You had to. I mean, that was prior to Legacy, so, you know, you can't blame that for them having that affair. But I just thought that was like, okay, of course there was gonna be that. You know, him breaking his leg, and he, you know, Louis is somebody who's very caught up in his image, and he wants to be a B-star, and he wants things to be the way that they're supposed to be. And I guess when they're not working out that way, like, he feels some type of way, which is okay. Yes, Louis's character, very, very complicated. I don't know, I'm just not feeling him and Haru, but I'm biased because Legacy is bae, so I'm probably just jealous. However, I thought that was an interesting side too, because he feels like somebody who's very stuck up, and somebody who would kind of just be like, no, I don't want to be with somebody that's out here. But he doesn't care, I guess, because he's filling his need on what he needs. He's definitely that character that shows you he wants more than what he has. And he's very confident, but he has a lot of, like, exterior wise, he comes off as very confident. Everybody wants to be him. But you see when the curtains pull back that he's actually very insecure. And he is making the best out of who he is. But he, I guess, you know, he envies Legacy, because Legacy's this wolf who can be aggressive and can be confident and can be, you know, vicious. And I think that's what Louis wants to be, but he's a herbivore, and he's supposed to be a calming person. He wants to be this B-star who unites herbivores and carnivores and shows them like, yeah, this is who we supposed to be. Like, we're supposed to be calm and collected and all that. So that's definitely something that I felt, that Louis is very jealous of Legacy, even though Legacy's such a good boy. And like I said, I didn't know whether to hate him or to love him. I still don't like him, but then, you know, he comes through at the end and shoots the leader of the Shigi Gumi den, the lion's den. I probably said that awfully wrong. So who knows how he really feels. Overall, with BEASTARS, I definitely loved it. I thought, I'm dropping everything. I definitely loved BEASTARS. It took me to places, the anime went places that I definitely thought that it wasn't gonna go. And that while I thought it was gonna be like dark and gory, I kind of thought it was gonna be more focused on the killer who killed Tim, and I feel like they strayed away from that. And towards the end, like the last credit scene, I feel like you're gonna be like, oh my god, like next season we're gonna get into it. I thought they were gonna get into it way more this season. They did not. However, overall, I love the direction where the story went, where you see Legacy coming into his feelings for Haru, not knowing if it's because that's his prey or, you know, he really loves her. I think it's a combination of both. I think he really does love her and care about her, but that's also his prey. You know? And again, Lewis didn't expect to have those feelings that I do for, like, I still don't like him, but I don't hate him either. And you know, he did come through at that end with that redemption where he killed the leader of the lion. I loved all the characters. Juno, whose look I am doing, I actually just picked it because I felt like it was the easiest. You know, somebody's actually wearing makeup. I thought I was gonna like her, and then she was very, very aggressive, which I guess is in the nature of a female gray wolf. When it came to legacy, she's like, "That's gonna be my girl." You had like 2 sentences with this man. Calm down. And then when she confronted Haru, you know, outside of the nurse's office, I was just like, "Okay, girl, like, you need to go somewhere and calm down." Oh, you know what had me cracking up? The mayor lion who was like, "I've had $4 million of cosmetic surgery to look nicer." $4 million? Where are you getting that money? I think this season, as an introductory season, as many introductory seasons of animes go, it serves its purpose to introduce you to a lot of things, and I know the manga is still in, you know, it's still coming out. A lot of first seasons introduce a lot of things at you. They throw a lot of things at you at once that if you kind of just can quickly forget about it, and then it's revisited in season 2. So I think that obviously the killer is going to get revisited in season 2. The whole, you know, animals trying to appear nicer than they are. Again, this is coming from somebody who hasn't read the manga, so I do plan on reading the manga. My predictions could be totally incorrect. The more sinister side of carnivores. And I feel like herbivores too. Like, we so nice and innocent. I fucking believe y'all. Because look at Lewis. I'm telling you, there's more there. He can't be the only one. And like his backstory with the head deer who rescued him and adopted him, like there definitely has to be way more there, way more herbivores that I feel like low-key wish they were carnivores, or prediction, there are herbivores doing awful things and framing it on carnivores and trying to make carnivores the bad bitches. But we know, I feel like herbivores, they scheme in low key. Hey, I did that! Look at this! This looks way better than I thought it was gonna look. I had to scramble to make this, and this DK dress is actually a shirt. I don't know, I figured it out. And I wasn't gonna do a nose, and once I put like my little ponytails to be my wolf ears, I was like, oh, it's a fucking wrap. So I think, you know, this was way better. I like secretly did a closet cosplay. I wasn't intending on it. I was just gonna do a look. But since I did the look, I was like, oh, we going all out. In conclusion, I love BEASTARS. I thought it was such a good show. Overall, plot, characters, the animation was absolutely beautiful. I'm obsessed with the theme song, and I am really excited for season 2. I'm definitely going to read the manga. I know this review was really me just talking and rambling, but I had so many feelings, and I feel like I still do. I thought it was such a good show. I thought, you know, Baby Boo Legacy grew up so much. Lewis is still mad fucking weird. Haru's that badass bitch. She did that. So, and you know, there's a whole bunch of other characters in between. But overall, I really, really loved BEASTARS. I'm excited for season 2. I'm definitely going to read the manga. If you watch this, I hope you saw it because I had mad spoilers. Overall, it kept my heart racing. It kept me guessing. The typical tropes were fun to see in this type of setting and this type of storyline where there's a lot of different components and themes at play. So I hope that if you're watching, you enjoyed BEASTARS. If you want to continue the conversation, please comment below what you thought about BEASTARS, your favorite part, your favorite character. My favorite character is Legoshi. I am, like I said, running to read the manga so I can figure out, because I heard season 2 comes out in 2021. And I mean, I'm here quarantined, might as well, I'm not really quarantined, but might as well read the manga now and see what is going on. I heard it might pick up at a different point. Either way, it is such a great show. Well worth the hype. You're definitely not a furry. I feel like now I'm a furry because I freaking did this look, but you're definitely not a furry. If you liked the show, you watched it, you thought it was cool, and yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching this makeup look turned closet cosplay. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on my next video. Peace.